Hi viewers, today we are going to see combination of loading. What is the combination of loading? If number of loads, it's said to be several loads, but number of different type of loads is said to be combination of loads. Here we are having a point load and UDL, so that we are going to say it as combination of loading. Regarding the combination of loading, we are having a question that a simply supported beam of a span 6 meters carrying a UDL of 4 kN per meter for the right half of the span and a point load of 6 kN is acting at a 2 meters from the left hand support. For this given data, we are going to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Let us have our 5-step method. That this step method is used for all the cantilevers and simply supported and overhanging beam, which we are going to see that number 1, given data, number 2, total load on beam, number 3, summation of over reactions is equal to downward forces, number 4, shear force calculation and bend moment calculation, number 5, shear force diagram and bend moment diagram with respect to of their shear force calculation values and bend moment calculation values. Let us follow our 5-step method. That is, 1, given data. What is the given data here? Given data is a simply supported beam carrying UDL of magnitude 4 kN per meter. It is acting for the right half of the span. And next, point load of 6 kilonewtons is acting 2 meters from the left of support. These are the given data. For this given data, we can also draw the diagram. The span is given that 6 meters. For this given data, we are going to draw the diagram. We have drawn the diagram, that is UDL is acting for the right half of the span, that going to be from D to the B, and a point load of 6 kilonewton is acting 2 meters from the left to support, that is going to be here itself. Let us point the point here C and D and B and A here. Next, our second step is going to be total load on beam. Total load on beam. Here we are having two loads, that is point load and a UDL, so that we are going to convert the UDL to the point load, such as it going to be have the units of kilonewtons and the point load as usual having a kilonewtons. The both can be added, so that the point load is having with magnitude 6 kilonewtons and the UDL is having 4 into 3. Why we are multiplying with 3? Because here the UDL is having kilonewton per meter, and if I multiply with the meters, the meter going to cancel, and we remaining with kilonewtons, so that I am going to multiply with 3 meters, which is for the acting of the UDL. That going to be 18 kilonewtons on the beam. The total load on beam is equal to 18 kilonewtons. Next, number 3, our summation upwards reactions is equal to downward forces. Here we are having that diagram. Upwards are RA and RB, and downwards we are having a point load and the UDL. Here the same situation we are written here, RA plus RB, because this is are in upward direction, so that I am going to write on this LHS side is equal to downwards are the point load and the UDL. Here similarly RA plus RB is equal to point load plus the UDL, which is going to convert as a point load, then it is getting into the kilonewtons. Next, addition of these 6 and 12 will be 18 kilonewtons. Next, here we are having a combination of RA and RB is equal to 18. We don't know the individual reactions of RA and RB. To find out the individual reactions of RA and RB, we are having a method, that movement method and substitution method, to find out the RA value and RB value. Here we are having a twist that if I take the moments about A is equal to 0, I am going to find the reaction of RB. If I am going to take the moment about B is equal to 0, then I am going to find the reaction of RA. Here I am going to take the moment for A equating to the 0, then I am going to find RB reaction, and substituting the value of RB reaction, the value of RB in equation 1, so that I am going to get the value of RA. This is called substitution method. Here if I want to take the moments about A, I am having a sign convention that clockwise as positive, anti-clockwise as negative. If I want to take the moments about B, the clockwise as negative, anti-clockwise as positive. Just a reverse of this first conventions. Here we are having a diagram that I am going with the moment about A, moment equating the for moments about A is equal to 0. Here in this diagram, the RA is not willing to stay in the equation because RA cannot be multiplied with the distance of 0 distances. That I am going to take the moments about A, and then there is no perpendicular distances to multiply with RA, so that RA will be going to eliminate in this equation, so that and remaining with RB, and RB is taking the moments in a anti-clockwise direction like this, so that according to our sign convention, the anti-clockwise as negative, so that negative RB into the perpendicular distances from RB to RA is 6 meters, 6. And next we are having a UDL. After the RB we are having a UDL that taking in the direction of clockwise direction, so that positive, and we have to convert these as point load such that 4 into 3 it is converted as a point load, then it going to act at the midspan of the beam, that going to be 3 by 2. The remaining distances from 3 by 2, that is 3 by 2 plus 3. From here to it is 3, because the distances from here to RA is 3 by 2 plus 3. And thereafter we are having, after the UDL, we are having a point load at a distance of 2 meters from RA, plus 6 into 2 is equal to 0. And after the simplification of this equation, we are getting the RB value. Here I am sending the minus negative RB into 6 after the is equal to, then it becomes as positive, that going to be 12 into 4.5 plus 12 is equal to RB into 6, and I am leaving the RB in RHS and taking out the 6 after the LHS, that going to be, the value will be, after the simplification I am getting the value of RB is equal to 11 kilonewtons, and I am substituting the value of RB in equation 1 to get the value of RA. We are having the equation 1 that RA plus RB is equal to 18, and we are having RB value is 11, so that RA plus 11 is equal to 18, and the remaining will be RA is equal to 18 minus 11, RA is equal to 7 kilonewtons. Here we find out that individual reactions RA and RB, then we are going to follow that shear force calculation and bend moment calculations with respect of the individual values of RA and RB. For the calculation of shear force calculation, here we are going to take the left and right of the supports and the point loads, the UDL, starting of the UDL and end of the UDL. For the A, shear force at A, for the left it will be 0, because if I am going to stand just left to the A support and looking forward to the left side, and we don't find any type of reactions or any supports which is going to act on this beam or which is affecting for this beam, so that I am going to consider it is as 0 kilonewtons. It will be 0 kilonewtons. And next, when I am going to stand just right to the RA reaction, here I am going to find that a upward force, that the magnitude of RA is going to act on this beam, so that the value will be RA. The value of RA is 7 kilonewtons. From I am going with the C. From A to C there is no loads, so that from A to C, or from A to the left of the C, the 7 kilonewtons is going to continue act on the beam, that is 7 kilonewtons, that will be RA. When I am going to stand just right to the C here and looking forward to the left side, I am going to find that RA direction in the upward direction, here RA in the upward direction. Here we are having a sign convention that the upward will be positive and downward will be negative, so that RA will be positive because it is in upward direction, the negative because the 6 kilonewton is acting downward direction, negative. Here at right we are having also the point load, so that it is in the downward direction, so that it will be minus 6. 7 minus 6 will be 1 kilonewton. For the right of the C we are remaining with 1 kilonewton. From C to D we are having no loads, so that the value of 1 kilonewton is going to continue from C to D. That is for the just left of the C. For the left of the D we are having the value of 1 kilonewton. After the right of the D, when I am going to stand just right of the D, I am going to find that the value going to be decreasing value, so that I am going to take for the left of the B, so that for the left of the B, here I am looking, when I am standing the left of the B and looking forward to the left side, I am going to find RA. From A I am going to calculate RA in the upward direction, so that positive, minus 6 because downward negative and it is point load, minus we are having UDL which is going to convert as a point load, so that 4 into 3, that going to be 7 minus 6 minus 12. The value will be 7 minus 18 minus 11 kilonewtons. For the left of the B, I am going to find that minus 11 kilonewtons. When I am going to stand for the right of the RB, here itself, here in this equation, the same up to for the left we are having minus 11, that going to be here, and for the right of the B we are having a reaction that RB is acting upward direction, so that positive RB. The value of RB will be minus 11 plus 11 is going to be reference, is going to be 0 on the reference line. This is the shear force calculation. Next we are going to see the bending moment calculations. Here we are having moments about each point, so that moment about E, and moment about B, moment about C, and moment about D. Here moment about A and moment about B is always 0 for the simply supported beam, because these are the end supports. This doesn't have any perpendicular distances to multiply with this RA and RB reaction, so that the value of moment about A is equal to 0 and moment about B also 0. Then we are having only moment about C and moment about D. For this moment about C and moment about D, I am going to calculate with RA, taking with RA reaction, so that for this I am having a sign conventions that if I want to take the reactions from RA, clockwise as positive, anti-clockwise as negative. If I want to take the reactions or moments from RB reaction, this is for RA. So for RB, clockwise as negative, anti-clockwise as positive. If you remember the positive with a clockwise direction, then you can write all these remaining signs easily. Remember this and this while doing the moments here. Let us go into the problem that for the moment about C, I am going to take from RA because it is nearer to the RA. Next, clockwise as positive. Here RA is going to take the moments about C with a clockwise direction, so that positive RA into the distance from A to C is 2 meters. And next, the value of RA is 7 into 2. The value will be 14 kilonewton into meter. Next, moment about D, here itself. For this also, I am going to take moments from RA, so that it will be positive RA into the distance from RA to D is 3 meters. And next, we are having a point load that is taking the moments in anticlockwise direction, so that negative minus 6 into 1. The value will be 7 into 3 minus 6, 21 minus 6. The value will be from the values of moment about C and moment about D and the shear force values at A, at C, at D, and at B. We are going to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram at these values. Let's see the diagram. This is our sketch to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Let us have the values. For the left of the A, we are having 0. For the right of the A, we are having a value 7 kilonewtons, and from A to C, the 7 kilonewtons is going to continue the same 7 kilonewtons. After the right, we are having that 1 kilonewton, and moving on to the D, left, we are having the same 1 kilonewton. After the right of the D, the value is going to be decreased. For the left of the B, the value will be minus 11, and next for the right of the B, getting 0 on the reference line. Joining the lines with a scale, here the values are minus 11 and 0. Here we are getting the value 0, and here 1, here is 1, here it is 7, here it is 7 kilonewtons. The units should not be forgotten in the diagram, because these are very important to recognize the values for the shear force and what is the bending moment. Next, for the bending moment, we are having moment about B is equal 0, moment about A is equal 0, and thereafter for the moment about C, we are having a 14. Let us have a point here. For the moment about D, we are having a value of 15. Let us have this point here, and we are having a statement that when shear force is 0, at the point of where it is going to be 0, then there will be a maximum bending moment. Here for this point, we are going to have a maximum bending moment that should be find out. Let us have a similar method, or let us consider that the distance from D2 and here where the shear force is getting the 0, it will be x, and next, what will the distance from here to here is? The total distance from B to D is 3, and from D to somewhere the shear force is getting, let us have a point here DE, and next the remaining distance will be 3 minus x. Here we are having 3 minus x. Let us have a dotted line here itself. Here we are having two similar triangles, that this is a one triangle and this represents another triangle. According to the similar triangles, we are having, let us have a point like this. Length by height is equal to length by height. Length, what is the length here? It is x by what is the height of this triangle is 1 meter, and is equal to what is the length for this triangle is 3 minus x. What is the height for this triangle is 11. By the cross multiplication, x into 11 is equal to 3 minus x. 11x minus is equal to 3 minus x. I am sending this minus x after this is equal to, it becomes as a positive, then it becomes as 12x is equal to 3. What is the x value here? 3 by 12. After this calculation, the value of x will be 0.25. Then what is the remaining value? It will be 3 minus x is equal to 2.75 meters. And next, we have found that the value of x is equal to 0.25. Thereafter, next 3 minus x also 2.75. Then we are going to take the moments about this point, about E point. So that I am going to take the moments from RB because it is nearer to me. RB. Here we are having a UDL for the span of 2.75 meters. I am going to calculate only for the 2.75 meters. Here we are going to take the moments. We are having a sign convention that if I take the moments from RB, clockwise as negative, anti-clockwise as positive. So that RB is going to take the moments in a anti-clockwise direction with a distance of 2.75. The value will be positive RB into 2.75 minus, because the UDL is going to act in this beam, in this span, the UDL is taking moments, so that the magnitude of UDL is 4 kN per meter minus 4 into 2.75 and taking the moments from the half of the span of the 2.75 by 2. After the simplification of this equation, RB value will 11 into 2.75 minus 4 into 2.75 by 2.75 by 2. The value of moment about E is equal to, let's have in a calci. For the moment about E is equal to 15.125 kilonewton into meter. Here we are having a 15, it's just above it. Joining the lines, joining the points with a scale, then let it be from, because we are having no loads, such as we are having only point load. And next, from C to D we are having a straight line with an incline, and from D to B we are going to have a parabolic or curve, because from D to B we are having a uniformly distributed load, so that it going to represent it as curve. You can also mention in the examination, it is a curve, it is an inclined line, it is a straight line. You can mention it on there. This is our BMD in the positive. This is our shear force diagram. This is shear force diagram. Thank you. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button and click on the subscribe for more updates on strength of materials, and click on the bell icon. You get it my uploads as it notifications. Thank you.